Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah hamdan kathiran tayyiban mubarakan fihi.
He is the highest.
Ilayhi yas'adu al-kalimu tayyibu wal 'amalu salihu yarfa'uhu.
So when we talk, we should know what to talk, we should mind what to say, because when you do good and the words of your mouth are bad, all your good deeds will not be conveyed to Allah. Your good words will convey with sadaqah, with whatever will convey your good words all to Allah.
وَالَّذِينَ يَمْكُرُونَ السَّيِّئَاتِ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ وَمَكْرُ أُولَئِكَ هُوَ يَبُورُ.
This is the first segment of this year's TAFSEER. We move into the second one, which we are going to inshallah wrap it up today. The next one is the custody of children. Custody of children. What will inform the custody of a child as a Muslim or Muslim in Islam? It's two reasons, but one singular reason supersedes and preponderates over the second one, and that is death. When death occurs, remember, death is inevitable. No matter where one runs to. وَلَوْ كُنْتُمْ فِي بُرُوجٍ مُشَيَّدَةٍ. Even if you run into the canal, the deep down, death will still overtake you there. If I run there, it will overtake me. So when death occurs, then it may lead to custody of a child in Islam. And this has been a great struggle. If you go to most of our Sharia court today, you have the cases of marriage, divorce, and custody. Who are the likelihood persons to take charge of being custodians of their children? What are the stages? Who comes first and who follows and who is the last? When there's a crisis between the husband and the wife, the rightful person that's supposed to take charge of making the child to be in the custody is the mother first. What have we seen today in our society? Some fathers will go and forcibly retrieve their children and bring them back home, even when they are not competent. Although Islam has placed women to be number one. Am I correct? Yes, I'm very correct. Go to the book Aisha, you see there. Custody of children. She listed it, I think, from 1 to 31. But sometimes the case will not be the same. Some mothers who are divorced are very useless. In fact, useless to themselves, useless to the families of the husband, useless even to the children she has given birth to. We have seen some mothers having had divorce with her husband. She claimed the children right from God, and the court granted her, but she will hardly cook for the children to eat. She will never buy good dresses for these children. She is not ready to pay their school fees. In fact, she prefers that they are at home while she goes on her daily business and comes back every day. Stop them even attending Islamia. People gathered to beg, said no. After all, she gave back to them, and she can turn them to whatever she feels or she desires. That is indeed greatly a useless non-entity mother. So, but yet, who are we? Allah is placing mother here. Placing mother here. Because Allah places mother here because of the most responsible mothers. Now,
ترتيب الحضانة بعد الأم عند الحنفية تقدم لأم ثم لأم.
with the school of thought of Hanafiya, mother comes first.
ثم لأم.
Then after mother, the mother of the mother, which you call what? Grandmother. This is her. This is my mother. This is my grandmother. I am the wife. Now I am the one under normal circumstances. But because, let me even go. If the wife should go mad, she goes lunatic. She is suffering from lunatism. Do you still want to keep the children with the mother? Yes, I know. Because she may decide one day, because of her lunatism, pick up a knife and stab all of them. So if I, the mother, is not responsible enough, then the children will not be in my custody. Or maybe I even died after the divorce, then the next person is my mother. If my mother is not within the capacity, maybe extremely too old, 120 years, what training do you expect that such a woman should give to the grandchildren? Then it moves to then the sisters of that wife can also take child. Then the children of the sisters, then you have the daughters of those. Then you have the grandmothers and fathers. So I think father is second to the last, even in the book I read. But the practical situation is not so. If you give some children, the custody of some children to some mothers, the children or such children will become miserable in life. Therefore, if a divorce occurs that way, it is an incumbent authority for the father to go to the court and explain to the judge with practical situations. Now we move to the next one, which is on page 16, and that has to do with the repercussion. What would be the likely repercussions for not training our children properly? Let's go back to Abu Shaitan. Mother of Abu why Abu Shaitan was professor of Kabair. Abu Shaitan and professor of Kabair. I am sure that this Abu Shaitan, they call Abdul Rahman, has failed to yield to the training of his father. He derailed. Because at times parents are trying. They want to train the children in a normal way. But if the child has come across peer group, it will be a problem. In the field of sociology, you have those who can mold the life of a child. We have them in categories. You have radio television, or television 1, radio 2, newspaper 3. Those who are acting dramas on radio and television. Then you have the peer group. The peer group to me is the worst. Because by the time the child is home and goes to school, especially boarding house, if care is not taken with prayers, that child will turn to something else. And the worst scenario is when such a child goes to the university, where nobody can say kai, where nobody can say sit down. So peer group, we must pray fervently for our children against bad peer group. Another school is the neighbor. If you have a bad neighbor who rapes the daughters of the neighbors around, is a problem. Or a neighbor that takes alcohol is a problem. Or a neighbor that takes cha-cha. What is cha-cha? There's a popular name. Thank you. So here, we must be very careful so that this will not occur. Some are into drugs today. And if you ask, wallahi, maybe the father has never even tasted cigarette. But here is a child who sniffs in cocaine. Some sniffs in toilet. There's another one. So you see, we need to get up and train because our children are our tomorrow. And especially father here. Remember that here in Nigeria, most children answered their father's names, except General Murtala Ramat Muhammad. Whether it is Ramat, the wife's name, I don't know, or the mother's name, but Ramat is there as part of his name. So in Nigeria, train children who will uplift to a better man your own name, whether you are alive or you are no more.
يوم تقلب وجوههم في النار يقولون يا ليتنا أتانا الله وأتانا الرسول وقالوا ربنا إنا أتانا سادتنا وكبراءنا فأضلونا السبيل ربنا آتهم ضيفين من العذاب ولعنهم